You know, say, yeah, you're right. Varnish does in fact go pretty goddamn hard.
Hello, I can hear you. Tom was just saying a thing to me very quickly.
Yeah, like doing good.
Oh no, my voice is audible. I think it's fine because my voice is audible. Boop. It just means I have to open your stream in a different tab and mute it. Yes. I don't know. It was just like it just was freaking out. It was making all the voices go roboty. Okay, if you want to try it again, that's oh yeah, because the new chapter came out. Okay. I was believe, and in a worst case, we can always do screen share in a different program.
All right, let's see if. Okay, so we're going on stream now. Okay, do you want video as well, or just audio for you?
I don't mind. I don't mind. Either way. Either way.
Cool. I'll throw video in as well. Chappelle. Hopefully that'll start showing up in a moment.
New splash screen.
The one about you won't be able to save everyone. You may not be able to save yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
It
If I showed up on that, or if that was there the whole time.
Nope. That's brand new. As of chapter 4.
Very cool. Okay, so we're ready with that. Let's see. All right, so say something else.
Hello.
Okay, your audio's coming in pretty good, from what I can tell.
Okay, and my camera's back.
Hey, all right, good deal.
I just noticed that you had been re-enabled and I just had to turn it on.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I think we're ready to begin. All right.
You should cut the top of my camera.
Oh, you're right.
It's kind of got a lot of
That's
empty
a
space.
good observation. Let me grab that one. Hang on.
Okay, so we're most of the way there. We just need to figure out the screen share.
Control or Alt that you use for that?
Alt.
Thank you. Trim. There we go. Better? Yeah, that's better. I can tell you now that's better.
Yeah. I couldn't see it yet.
Again, delays and all that, but...
Yep.
Okay. So, welcome, viewers who may or may not be out there, to the Sunday Scaries. This time featuring special guest Hanapengu, who is going to be helping me with the voices. Alright, so, we should discuss which voices do you want to do for this?
All the animals.
You want to do the animals specifically?
Because you're doing talk to animals, and so I just thought that would be a really fun concept.
Oh, sure. I like it.
For me to do all the
I
animals.
like it. We can definitely do that.
And I'm pretty confident in my accents for the animals. Also, if I'm happy to do other characters, if there are any that remember liking my voice for.
I mean, like, it doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out, you know.
Yeah. But I figure step one, easy delineation. I like doing the Southern Belle and the cheesy French accent.
Yes, they're both very fun. It's true. Okay, so let's
Sorry about that.
bring us back up. Haha. Yes, we left off after having encountering the old dude on the road, whose name I have forgotten because it's been a busy week.
You still need a screen share of some kind so I can.
You're not. Oh wait, yeah, I have to. I forgot it wasn't already doing the screen share. 1 second.
Yes.
That's the part we really need to test.
Yup.
All right, let's investigate that. Where's the option to share screen? It's here. It's the one that looks like a screen. Screen 1. Share.
Okay.
And I can turn my camera off on there.
You don't sound like a robot. Do
Good
I
sign.
sound like a robot?
No, you don't. I think this may be working.
This is so exciting.
Okay.
Hooray.
All right. Let's keep it up. All right, so we left off on the trail. Ahem. Shortly after you turn back to town, you hear footsteps on the trail behind you. Hey, are you all right? Duke was the fellow's name. There we go. Was arguing with Duke a waste of time. Let's move on. It's not my business. I'm not here to say that. Yeah, I'm good is fine. No, we're not cowards. We're not going home and watching a movie. Duke being out here with a gun is a little unnerving. Pff, I'm from Possum Springs. I can handle it. I'm saying, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry. Trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. Trail's up just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Johnny, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. Stellars. It's very good.
Oh, and keep digging, Gratches.
There you go. I can take the camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? It's hard to take in what with all the danger. Being this far from civilization stresses me out is the me answer. Quietly look into Stella's eyes is intense. I will go with the most me answer and say being this far from civilization stresses me out.
Fair.
When I am more than 15 minutes from a traffic light, I get worried. So being this far from civilization stresses me out. I'm used to being surrounded by endless distractions from the crushing weight of the universe, other people, exciting food, towering skyscrapers standing as mountains to man's importance. Hi, Artemisia, and yes, she did just call me mysterious, because she does not know me very well yet, so. You're being asked about tea, Hanapengu.
Oh, yep. I can do the thing. I'll have it up. I should be able to do this and this. It's just a thing I have to keep a slight eye on.
Multitasking. Okay, hang on, here we go.
But, yes. And we'll just keep looking down at my thing.
Yep. Out here, I'm just reminded of how fragile my place in the cosmos is. Just how unimportant I am. Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I met an indifferent and uncaring god? That's a story for another day. This whole forest is but a speck in the universe, and I, a tiny mote upon its surface. I am nothing, and if I fall to my death here, I would merely be falling back into the nothingness. Oh, sorry, a fitting end to something as insignificant as a single human life.
Yeah, that does feel weirdly fitting as a response.
Also, there are too many bugs.
I don't think I've seen that one before. That's so good.
Stella reaches out and pats you on the shoulder. We'll get you some more bug repellent when we stop for a rest.
Yes, good.
Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world.
I love that answer.
Oh, and he's got reverb? Okay. I mean, I can try and bring the volume down a little. We'll see if that helps, but I don't know. But I'll say, what was that? What was that? No need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of the herd about big, scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. What the heck?
Pain, rot, decay. A deer? Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space? Let me at him!
And then it's gone. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me?
She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go out after something. You're too much of a potato. They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I do have talked to animals, so yes, let's do that one. I think that deer was threatening us, or warning us. I think it was just sick. That thing on his face, I bet it was like an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing, bless its heart. But there's not much we can do about it. Okay, good. Sound is better. Thank you, Artemisia. Okay. So let's do explore. Why did you bring Gretchen with you? Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. And it seems, personally, I would say a little cruel to give a pug that much exercise. They're not really built for it, but...
Excuse you! Though, after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I can see the merit of your concern.
I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17. 17 for a pug is incredible.
For sure.
And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? Hang on. Blah. Lost in your piece. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's be enthusiastic. Here we go. That got my heart rate up. I am ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, and then we get right into the night's activities. I've got all the best trail snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks.
Yay, assorted snacks.
Trail mix with extra M&Ms, snack bar, dried apricots, sesame sticks. No thanks, I'm not really hungry. Remain silent. Which is so the sesame sticks is the one she didn't make, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I like trail mix with extra M&Ms. That's a good choice. You grab the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff, and I use dried cherries instead of raisins. I mean, both are good, but maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruit, I simply cannot abide raisins. They're just, what is the Gilmore Girls quote? They're humiliated grapes.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this repeated so many times?
Because it's all good, it's all bad, or it's all food.
So many indifferent choices.
Yup.
I can't say I have a horse in this race. It's all good. Dried fruit is dried fruit to me. It's delicious, but I can't say I prefer one over the other. Teal, apparently. By the way, just to let you know what's it saying in the chat.
Oh, yep.
That's a good way to experience the world, friend. Just enjoy what life has to offer, free from judgment. Nice. Dry cherries are better, though. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So tell me what it was like in Possum Springs. You have a house, an apartment, live with family, roommates, pets. Tell me what it's like to be Johnny, or, you know, Mae Borowski. A closet in a house with 10 roommates. Wow, we know people for whom that's kind of true.
Yeah. Or for whom it has been true in the past.
Same with the doorless basement that floods whenever it rains. I know some folks who had that too. I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I like an internet cafe, that's very good. Let's go with house with 10 roommates. That reminds me of the days of my friends in Alston, so. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. Actually, it's more of an attic crawl space. Wow, yup.
Oh yeah, I remember this. And I was like, wait, no. I literally know someone who stayed in a room like this.
I know 2 people who have stayed in rooms like that.
Fair.
Anyway, one of the walls is slanted, so it's like a little uninsulated triangle room. Yup, exactly that. There's not really space for much, so I just have my clothes and a futon. And a little camp light too, since there's not a light in there.
So similar.
Yeah, right? Wow, I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't sound like a space anybody should be living in. Truth. It sounds like staying in that old crumbling mansion is actually a pretty big step up for you. How are your roommates? Are they at least nice? Yeah, they're nice enough. They're nice enough, but I think they miss having the storage space. They still put boxes in there every now and then for safekeeping. I use them as tables. Oh wow, actually I'm realizing the crawl space is actually an important location in Night in the Woods, so, but it is not occupied by a person, so.
Oh, fair. So that works out oddly well.
Yep. As this game is just sort of, I'm writing it as my own version of a headcanon weird side sequel to Night in the Woods.
Fair.
There's got to be a better apartment in that than that in a big city like Possum Springs. Possum Springs is not a big city, but okay. The place has issues, but it's cheap. Accurate.
Yeah, ain't that just the way?
Fair enough. I can't imagine how expensive Possum Springs is. Well, I mean, now that they've got that food donkey. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the Hand Panther that they've got. Now the food donkey went under. Anyway, so what do you do for a living? I work at Telesoft. Let's see here. I build programmatic ads for a company nobody's ever heard of. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. Ah, well. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. I'm in the service industry. Programmatic ads is closer to what I do than anything else.
Yeah.
So you know those ads you see on the sidebar of every website you visit that you feel like they know way too much about you? I don't, because I use ad blockers, but yeah. Oh yeah, the ones that recommend stuff based on things I could swear I only talked about in person. So creepy. It's like they can hear everything I say. They don't need to. That's the weird secret of it. I work for a company that builds those ads for other companies. I went to school for computer science and thought I'd be doing something challenging when I got hired, but instead of actual programming, they mostly just had me go in and make endless changes to the font size and color or whatever to make more people want to click the ad. I usually make like 40 or 50 ads that are almost exactly the same and track each of them on a giant spreadsheet. That's my life. I've worked jobs that were not entirely dissimilar to that, but yeah. Oh, Artemisia, that's what your cousin does? Okay, fair enough. I mean, you know, if it makes the money. That seems a little soul-crushing. It could be worse. At least I have a job, I guess. Yes. Turn to camera. It's a living. Scrot! And programmers make a lot of money, right? Some. Usually. I definitely thought the number on the paycheck was a lot when I was fresh out of school, but it turns out they hired me way below market rate. Maybe I'll find something new, though.
Such a familiar.
Yep, right? It's a tale as old as time. Ooh, a keen eye one. For a moment, you think you catch something in the tree line out of the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. I think I saw something out there. Might be a skunk ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. Do I go after it right away? I can ask about the living situation. Oh, Gretchen. It's very cute.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Keeping the house in the family? Is it just you there? Yeah, it's just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back. But it's okay, I've done my mourning. Life goes on, and we still get to live on in our beautiful family home, just me and Gretchen. Could be a lot worse. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among the hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail or something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, see, since his family didn't have much at all growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. See, that's the thing that makes me uneasy. The notion of being too far from a grocery store. Hence why I live very close to a grocery store. Anyway. I can make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet, lady in all the farms in the county. The lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. That's the old thing about if you can lift a calf over your head every day, you'll get incredibly strong by the time the calf is a year old, or 2 years old, maybe something like that. You won't be able to do it because they grow at a rate that's faster than you can lift, but still. But she was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those are my parents. Stop saying the thing about the Dead Moms Club. Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
I will say I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know what else to say. Just so sorry. That's okay. I know. It's weird. Especially since we just met today. Whoa.
Oh, my stars, what was that?
Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. Too quiet.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're right. And whatever made that sound is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me, and let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods.
Do stay close, Johnny. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you.
As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush.
Pain! It's all pain!
Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh, hang on a second. I need to pause the stream for just one moment.
Okay.
Okay, coming back now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and I have now unmuted my mic.
Okay. You actually might have been able to hear me before because
I could. That's why I muted my mic, because I didn't want to risk
because
it
like
coming
my audio that goes out to stream was muted, but the other one was not. So
yeah, I was pretty confident that it wasn't hitting the stream, so I just muted my mic so it didn't.
I mean, unless it wasn't.
Echo
Artemisia, did you hear any of what I was saying on that phone call? Because that might be important to know.
Yeah, I did kind of just assume that Artemisia would have said something.
Yeah.
I guess I could have pulled up the sound myself.
Okay, good. Good. All right.
Couldn't be me having moved the screen that I'm looking at to another browser, no, to the other desktop because I like this angle of my face better.
Aw. Well, your face looks very nice, so there you go. Okay. So we're right to back. Things getting spooky. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. Oh, thank you, Artemisia. I appreciate that you would have looked out if, yes, the if you see something, say something rule applies here. Even though we're in a vaguely Night Vale-esque location where the rule would otherwise be, if you see something, say nothing, and drink to forget. Oh, hello. Speaking of cryptid sightings, Merlin just appeared, and wanted some attention. Sorry, bud. Gonna be a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we're back. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it.
I do kind of enjoy that. Do we have to?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Whoa!
Stella, my darling companion! Are you alright?
Oof! Oh good, the monsters will get you first. Easy now. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at that chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try and take a bite if you don't stop her.
I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right.
You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. The head and the wing don't look that abnormal. I'll start with the head.
Why am I alive?
Yeah, we all ask that question.
Or little chicken eyes?
Yeah, just sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, and I'm just following up on the thing that the phone call was about. 1 moment.
Fair enough. You want to put BRB up again?
This is just going to be another second.
Okay. Well,
okay, here
Artemisia, the speak to animals skill in this game is choosing to assume that all animals have full sentience for the sake of this game and that skill.
There are certain logical leaps that are required in a horror game, and this is one of them. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Ugh.
Oh.
Alright, let's check the wing out. Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Yeah, let's go to the main event. The growth. Good God! At first you thought it must have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. Oh yeah, I can see the outline right there. That's a big old pile of nope. Yes, thank you for not going into gross chicken anatomy. Having investigated to your heart's consent, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much to be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, do you hear that?
There's something out there all around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them.
What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? No, but I'm pretty sure we can hear them.
Tracks.
We didn't see whatever did this to your bird, but I think we can hear them right now. Oh, don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense. I forget exactly when I decided to start voicing him as, like, current Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it's a fun choice, I will say.
Fair.
Duke, I'm so sorry. We were on the trail when we found her like this. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Dude, did you hear what Johnny said? I think they're coming closer. You stay
away from my Stella, you mongrels!
There you go. Come out, you sons of bitches! Very, very Stone Cold. Alright. Dude, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. My phone is blowing up. Hang on one second.
Yeah, it's
making
like...
sure everything is okay here. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, good. Here we go. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. What? There we go.
His girls being his chickens.
Yeah. Come on, you. What? Whatever your name is. What? Grab that flashlight. What? And help me line up a good shot.
I don't know about that.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Gretchen. No, I don't have to read the name out loud because you don't do that and we're doing different voices.
Usually the voices are enough for me.
Yeah. I can feel that white hot rage from earlier start to wash back over me. I'm going after them. And now, Johnny, you have a choice to make.
Ooh. Just a second.
Now, I will admit... Okay, first
Go
click
on.
the thing. When you have a sec.
Okay. You admit what?
I will admit, full bias here, but my vote is you do have to talk to animals. You should help the dog.
Fair enough. Let's see here. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick! They're closing in on us! Yeah, I would choose to help the dog. That is a good choice.
Yeah. I mean, surely nothing that dramatic can happen just because you didn't get this guy a flashlight.
Oh, I don't know about that, but... You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Damn it. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Ah!
Yeah, sorry. Content warning.
Sure,
That one wasn't as bad as the one that's upcoming. I was planning on warning for the upcoming one.
sure. You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sound of nature creep back in. Gretchen? Johnny? Duke? You alright? Oh, hello, sir. Okay, there we go. Just a little shaken up. Same. What happened?
Oh,
That's
that's
you, yeah.
What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better.
Gretchen! Here, I'll take her. My poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke? You okay?
Okay, content warning, realistic gore.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, Duke! Holy shit, what do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? We're not going home. We can't forget this happened. We don't talk to cops. So we're going after these things. Isn't this what you've been searching for? Those things out here are real. We should go after them.
What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up?
Yeah, you're right. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance.
Poor doggo.
Lead the way. Maybe grab the gun? As Stella looks for a lead, you notice a faint trail of blood leading into the woods. Duke's shotgun blast must have tagged the creature in their scuffle. See those bloodstains? Looks like we have a trail. Stella, look at the bloodstains. I think we have a trail to follow. You're right. Duke must have tagged one of them before he... Let's go, before the trail is cold. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Man, I'm sad I lost my Stone Cold voice so quickly, by the way. Just saying.
I'm sorry.
It happens.
Doggo.
I know.
I did admit to full bias.
No, I
as
know.
the person
I
voicing
get it.
Gretchen for you.
And this is the Talk to Animals build, so it makes sense. Stella...
I smell something terribly foul in the air.
There's a clearing up ahead. Stella stops in her tracks a few feet ahead of you. Holy shit, I think I'm gonna be sick. Yes, Artemisia, it's true, no one brought the gun, but on the other hand, that means no one's prints are on the gun. So, silver lining, I guess. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you are surrounded.
What is this horrible place? We need to get out of here.
That face says it all, Gretchen.
Yep.
More of those swellings. All the animals in here have them. Or had them. Hey, there's one for we should have grabbed that gun.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when you said it.
We should have grabbed that shotgun. And gotten our fingerprints all over it? Come on, we've got enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly.
Sorry for talking over.
Sorry, Hanapengu has the reverb again. Slight adjustment. Hopefully it'll be okay. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us.
Sorry, one sec. Your screen is like fading in and out for me. Is there something that's pulling up over the game?
No.
That's weird. Well, it's come back up, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
I didn't
okay.
read the rest of it. If you go up to the upper right,
Yep.
the little speech bubble there. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore.
Thank you. Any better on the screen now or no?
Yeah, it actually things like it seems like it is.
Good.
So, I don't know what was causing it.
Well, we'll figure it out later. Anyway, I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages.
Oh, Artemisia says still reverb. I'm gonna see if I can.
Don't know what we can do about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Actually, I bet the timing will work for me to say things and then mute myself and see what it sounds like.
Okay. You want to give that a shot? Go ahead and say a test phrase. Yikes,
right.
Tabitha is blowing up my phone. Seems like a good one to say.
It's not so bad that I'm inaudible. It sounds like it's just an echo of that robotification that we were having problems with last time. But I'm still, like, it didn't sound like you couldn't tell what I was saying. So
I don't know. We'll see.
So I'm going to say we'll look at it later and not worry about it for tonight.
Okay. Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. But, first things first, let's call the police. We don't talk to cops. But anyway.
I mean, a man did just die.
No, I know. It's the responsible thing to do. Because otherwise, who knows how long it would take for them to find him. But Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain of the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. You gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that, some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now, we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. With a keen eye, you notice Stella pop something out of the camera and slide it up her sleeve. Right move. I think when I was watching you play this at one point, you didn't have the keen eye build, and I was like, that's the move I would be doing if I were her.
Yeah. Fair.
Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I Please call me Earl. Good for her indeed, Artemisia. Earl and I will escort you, and... Who are you exactly?
I just got the voice you're doing for him.
It's so the trick, and I'm not great at it, but apparently the trick to doing a good Patrick Warburton impression is to always sound like you're about to be out of breath. In addition
Fair
to
enough.
the John Wayne-ness of it, you know.
You did a good enough job. I picked it up.
Well, that's something. That's Johnny. He came into town today for the funeral. Johnny, as in Tabitha's cousin. Yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like the old Duke's going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the deputy. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. I know, right? Skeleton crew is an ominous choice of words, Artemisia.
I mean, to be fair, by skeleton crew, they mean 2 out of the 3 police officers in town.
Hey, if they're both right there, then who's minding the store, right? You know?
Ain't no one. There's just a 3rd guy, and he's out bowling.
Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up in the front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits.
I certainly cannot turn down some extra pets and affection, especially after the ordeal we've all been through tonight.
It took me a minute to realize who he was talking to.
Oh, yeah.
It's true, Artemisia. They could have a dispatcher, or they could have a dispatcher in another precinct, working mutual aid for them right now. It's also possible.
They might, because there's certainly not someone physically in the town.
Yeah. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. They call me Tater Salad. There you go. Johnny. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, bye-bye, Gretchen, and y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. Yes, Fox, indeed, Artemisia. I thought about it, but I wasn't going to bother. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Let's start with the Explore option. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you ask him if we could walk back? It's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Wow. That's tough to do in the sticks.
Which a lot of walking.
Yeah, apparently. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. Also, like, how do you go cryptid hunting in various locations without a car?
Walking?
I mean,
some locations you just doesn't go to is, I think, the answer.
Yeah. They did seem a little blasé about everything. But a man died, after all. I can't believe they're waiting until the morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what these things are doing to his body right now?
I believe that they are well intentioned, if in over their heads.
So I'm gonna point out another vocal inspiration thing, and it's one I keep trying to avoid, but I keep coming back to, which is God, it's James Vanderbeek's fake Southern accent in Varsity Blues.
Do you want to know what
I don't want your life accent. Sorry, what?
I didn't realize that I had an inspiration for Gretchen's voice until somebody else commented on theirs, and I'm like, oh shit, that's the one I'm using. Blanche Dubois.
I would have gone with Blanche Devereaux from The Golden Girls, but yes, same idea.
Sorry, Blanche Devereaux is the one I meant. I said Blanche Dubois because
Streetcar Named Desire, yeah.
Theater major, you see.
Yep.
And my brain pulls similar words and assumes that they are correct sometimes, and it did that. Blanche Devereaux from The Golden Girls is 100% what I'm trying to go for.
Which is, by the way, a fascinating thing to hear about. I watched an interview with Rue McClanahan where she was talking about the way they had her do her accent for it. Because she's Oklahoman, she's not Georgian.
Okay.
And so she has a very different natural Southern accent. And in one of the pilots, they had her doing her regular accent, and it didn't work for the character at all. And they're like, no, go full, like, the reason she's named Blanche Devereaux, in fact, is because it's evocative of Blanche Dubois from A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh, I assumed.
So, yeah.
But yeah,
But they were like, no,
like,
more tragic Southern Belle, please.
I really think that's just the place I have heard the most of that type of Southern Belle accent, and so I just, because when I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, no, I think that's where I'm pulling that voice from, like not consciously, but
yeah, no. When I was doing it, it was a mix of Rue McClanahan's, plantation accent from The Golden Girls, and a streamer I used to watch her interpretation of that same accent. So.
Fair. I mean, I guess technically what I'm doing is probably more of an interpretation. I'm not like... I like to think I'm decent at voice acting, but I'm not amazing at impressions.
No, that's fair. I mean, like, we're not trained in that, so,
Yeah.
Anyway. And what's worse is I think they implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all that footage. Even the nest. I don't like any of these choices. I'm remaining silent. I choose to exercise my right to remain silent. You say nothing in response. But it's... Oy. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you.
Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work.
Fair enough. But Artemisia, I meant to respond to you before about they kept the animals alive in order to infect them. I can only assume whatever these things are need a living host, so... I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. Aw, so naive. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. Yeah, bodies should be fine overnight, one assumes. You are correct, Artemisia, unless there's a human component to this and somebody, with some intelligence is cleaning up the mess.
Also, we don't know if they can do the parasitic larval in a dead body anyway. They might have to be living.
Right. Well, I think what she was saying is that they may not disturb it if it has to be dead. Right? Or if it is dead and it has to be
there might exist wild animals in the woods that will just
Yeah.
eat dead bodies.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like the look of those deer, so... Beware the carnivorous deer. Anyway. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never come across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Sure, why not? Let's keep this nightmare rolling. I should check in on Tabitha. I should probably check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. And when you put it like that, sure, let's do it. Awesome, let's go.
I'm glad you're sticking out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion.
I hope she's still awake. Stella knocks on the door. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. It looks like it's wearing the early 2000s X-Men jacket.
It's supposed to be mining gear.
I know. And the
fair.
The early 2000s X-Men gear was designed to look like first responder gear, so that makes sense. Anyway, Stella, I think someone's watching us. She turns to look.
Okay, you're gonna figure out that how you want to do red-colored voices because I killed my throat doing that earlier.
Johnny. Jesus. Welcome home.
I dig it.
Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. So take my hand, baby, we'll be all right. Sorry. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Johnny. Is it okay if we come in? Of course. You're in luck. I've just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Gretchen matchmaking, very cute. Welcome to my little nook.
This place always has the loveliest aromas.
It's nice to finally meet you, Johnny. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. All of my old lady voices sound exactly the same, so this is just my Guru Andama voice from...
I mean, do you want me to do Sybil?
Only if you want to.
I have no strong opinion here.
Okay, well, I'll keep doing it for this scene. We can decide on a later day if we want to do it.
Okay, fair.
You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How did you know that she died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I couldn't get an earful of, bless her heart. Hey, that's our first bless her heart.
Yeah.
Now it feels southern. You know, I never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Ah, that's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Who is that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. Somehow, I doubt that that's true.
I doubt that as well.
We need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time, dearie. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I know which oils used for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. But just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. It's happening again. Sorry.
Oh, Night in the Woods.
Yeah. Oh my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Miss Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out the card she'd swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone. Convenient that they're the same size.
Yeah, well, I mean, modern cameras.
That's true. Eventually,
probably
they all moved to micro
SD.
SD. So yeah, but her camera looked older than that. So, but anyway, I wasn't just about to let the police hold on to this. We's not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. Cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they'd accidentally erased it or intentionally erased it.
Yeah.
And something tells me evidence chain of custody measures may not actually be followed there, so...
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves.
Oh, Artemisia had the same thought.
Yep,
intentionally.
Yep. Cool. Where was this? Of the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? Man, the first time I watched you play this and I heard that kettle, I started being like, oh man, is that in my house? But yeah. I'd need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we seeing
that's Gretchen.
Oh, sorry.
Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika?
There we go. Sorry about that.
No worries.
You'd better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika's door is covered with stickers, their edges frayed from recent but failed attempts to remove them. The trick is a hairdryer. This is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to. I'm flashing back to that mission in Unpacking where you go back to your childhood room.
Oh, yeah.
Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato?
Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am.
And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Wow, a bunch of rude answers in the bottom half of this.
Yeah.
I'll go with the, yeah. I was helping Stella film a video in the woods and something terrible happened. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Oh, okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out here. Or out there. Heads up, Kanika, this is graphic. Dude got killed out in the woods tonight, and it's on this recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this?
This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans.
Thank you, Gretchen. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Johnny and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Oh, I like that she has a Sailor Moon Knight shirt to sleep in. That's very cute.
She does.
Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine, really. I'm okay. I am neither fine nor not fine. At least not to be said like that.
Yeah.
You remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police, and I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. Yeah, I agree. Those things are still out there, and as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They're a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. It took me forever to realize what my old person voice is sounding more and more like, and it's the Tom Hardy Bane voice.
Oh my god, you're not. But more specifically, it's the voice how it sounds in the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy animated series.
Yes, it's every parody of the Bane voice. Yeah, no, if I start covering my hands over my mouth, it'll sound even more like it, I'm sure. Hang on.
Probably.
Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Johnny with this taily poke crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk.
Oh my god. I kind of love the idea of just doing Bane voice for Sybil the whole time.
Oh my god, alright, here we go. The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident and nothing more.
I love this for reasons.
Hang on. Okay. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mom. They've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out. Not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the nest. What were those growths? I saw something living in that chicken.
Yeah.
Saw something squirming around inside that chicken. Maybe it's some sort of parasitic larval stage? Part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something that's this out there. Not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. I'm very amused that the character who looks like Buxom Wench is going to consult a biologist, that's all.
Yeah, and also has a Sailor Moon shirt, and has a lot of other anime stickers, including like some Madoka shit, and the comparisons exist. Yep. I have made them in my head.
Nice.
Super into anime, being book smart, it's a whole bunch of,
skeptical of this stuff, yeah. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. It's It is infinitely more fun to do this now, just fully leaning into the Bane voice.
I'm glad, and also there are reasons, and I don't want to like.
Okay,
be
that's
spoilery,
fine,
although-
that's fine.
Yeah, there are fan theory reasons why I am loving this.
I don't know. It's getting late and I should let Johnny get some rest. I ran him ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I should go because I need to check in with Tabitha, so. Aw, I'm glad Artemisia finds it amusing too. So. Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out. Thanks for the help, Sybil, and it was nice to meet you, Kanika. Sorry it had to be under such weird circumstances. Hopefully the next time we meet this will be a little less terrifying. We should all hang out this week, Kanika. Maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. I could really use it, but for now, thank you so much for everything. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul.
Yes, good.
Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Johnny. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. This is very good.
Yes.
Be careful out there, both of you.
This is perfect and should be your forever voice for Sybil.
Hang on.
What an unfortunately short visit.
Okay, there we go. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean.
Which I assume is just Stella didn't want to walk home alone.
Mm-hmm. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I really should head back before Tabitha has a conniption. Are you sure you're okay heading back up that mountain alone? I get what you're trying to do, but like, man's got responsibilities. I am more terrified of Tabitha than those things in the woods. That's a good answer. Honestly, I'm more afraid of making Tabitha mad than I am of those things in the woods. Yeah, Tabby can be really intimidating. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy.
Good luck, Johnny.
You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. How many times do we need to roll on the encounter table before we get back? You've made it. The night passes uneventfully. Your salvation is in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. I would knock. As you raise your arm, the door swings open. Oh, I got the good cousin achievement.
Yeah, that's where I named the good cousin run from, was from that achievement.
Nice. Oh my god, I have to remember the voice I did for her. I think it was just annoyed. Where the hell have you
that's my
been?
voice for her too.
Do you know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. Yeah, let's lead with the shocking one. I watched a man die tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended with us watching a man die. So you met Stella then. That explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. Going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? Okay. Good night. You are alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. Oh, hello, Tapao.
Oh, you are catching us just at the end of the stream, but lurking silently anyway. So.
Well, I mean, I still have half an hour, so.
Actually, that's true. You can go into chapter 2. I was gonna suggest that you end at chapter 1, but since it's actually so early, you can probably go into the first scene of chapter 2.
At least. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Yeah. Gotta let her know we got home okay. You pull out your phone and call. Hi, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Oh, I can't. That's too much direction. Did you make it back all right? Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now, you're safe and you're warm. Okay, being in a monochrome fancy bed in an old-timey house and about to fall asleep is just giving me mundane flashbacks, so...
Fair.
I'm like, where is the wooden board full of nails that I'm supposed to keep on top of me to keep things from attacking me in my sleep?
I also feel like I want to apologize to your viewers, present and future, because I just keep looking over at the stream and noticing how fidgety I am, because it'll be, there's a few second delay, so I will not be doing the fidget when I look.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm probably.
You are a substantial percentage of my viewers anyway, so.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's
for
mostly you, Artemisia, and occasionally Tapao. Every once in a while, we'll get somebody else for a minute, but yeah. I have a couple of people who watch the VODs, I think, though. But,
yeah, that's why I said present and future, because yes, I am most of your live. I am at least a third of your regular live audience, but probably you have more people watching VODs.
Fair. I mean, apparently, so it's telling me we have 5 viewers right now, which is wild, but hey, whatever.
Cool.
Eventually,
Scarlet Hollow is kind of hot commodity right now.
Yeah, I know. What with chapter 4 being out, maybe we picked up a rando. Who knows? Eventually, the sun will rise.
Anyone lurking?
Yes, quite so. Thank you to anyone lurking. And thank you, Artemisia. Oh, those are cool. I like that. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Smash to black. Holy shit. Damn. Okay.
Yup. And then spooky animation.
Ooh, that's a neat effect.
Yeah.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Well, that's a place you're gonna meet real soon.
Oh, the mines?
Yeah.
My character, being a native of Possum Springs, knows all about the mines, so...
Fair. Well, perhaps it will serve you well. I'm just being jokey though, because you have to have a skill that dovetails nicely with that.
Oh, nice.
It is so surreal though, because, and I'm gonna say this with the preface that I don't need you to change this, it's not a problem, but I'm not getting any of the music from your screen, from your game.
Right,
So I'm
yeah.
just still in total silence, except for your voice.
Oh, fair.
And when we went quiet to watch the
Mhm.
animation, that was somewhat eerie.
Sure, I mean, you're focusing much more on the visuals when you don't have the audio, right? So...
Yeah, and I mean, the audio also definitely helps make the spookiness for a lot of the game, but for,
Yeah.
for just those moments, it was, especially since I'm familiar with them,
Yeah.
it was like a new way to do it.
Yeah. This
Anyway, I
is
do
the end of
recommend
episode
saving
1.
at the end of each
Episode
chapter.
2 awaits.
It's just a useful time to save.
Yep. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Just did. Continue. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? No.
No.
You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are still lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tingling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress.
Check out Dustin!
You open the drawers to check in on Dustin.
I've been very excited to voice Dustin.
Yep. Oh good, he's still here.
Human is back!
Good morning, Dustin. How are you today?
Dustin, feel good. Had productive night.
I'm curious to find out what that means.
I mean,
Yeah,
bread.
yeah, I see you have bread now.
Yes, Dustin found a bread. Dustin also ate a bug last night. Good night for Dustin.
Dustin, have you met Frou Frou?
Monster!
Dustin, can I talk to you about something horrible that happened last night? Let me trauma dump onto you, a scared creature.
Human can always talk to Dustin. What happened?
The woods are full of monsters and I can't go home.
Home not place. Home warm feeling Dustin makes for place. Like dresser. Or new nest.
Can I have my clothes back?
These Dustin's clothes now. No give back. Dustin bite if try to take.
Dustin. What if I ask nicely, though?
Dustin bite. Dustin have big teeth.
You back off before the little possum can follow through with his threat. You aren't in the mood to catch whatever weird disease possums in North Carolina might carry. For real.
Good. Dustin not want to bite, but Dustin will bite.
It's nice to catch up, Dustin. I'll see you around.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
Drank water down the wrong pipe.
Oh
Give me a
dear.
sec. Suddenly I sound perfect for all the old people. I was emphasizing the later part though.
Well done. Alright. You gently close the drawer.
I'm sad though, because if I had done full voice, it would have been more like, "K."
Yep.
Well, now I've done it, so.
Ah, good. The doll didn't move during the night. This is like, hey, you remember that time that we went out to that cabin in the woods and we had to check the painting every morning to make sure the number
Yep.
of creepy figures in it was the same?
I sure do.
Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Although after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Return to your room. You turn back to the rest of the room. What do we see out the window? You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Did you catch that IRL?
Hmm?
The movement?
Oh no, I was looking at the text.
Ha! There's an
Nice.
actual.
There's something
you don't need
flickered.
to go back, but-
Good. It's fine, I'll check. I can watch the VOD and find it, but you know.
Yeah, you can.
Leave the window. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Not quite as casual to say, yo, what up? That seems in poor taste, but it might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. Was she mad?
I see you are still here. How unfortunate.
Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you?
I believe we have been over this. That filthy pair of hands will not befoul my fur.
Have you noticed anything weird around here? We ran into these horrible things in the woods last night.
Silence! Do you know what time it is? Quiet your awful little mouth.
You're getting a little German with this one, I'm just gonna say.
Sorry, thanks for letting me know I'm not perfect with accents.
Real cat coming in to check on dialogue.
This is the only horrible thing I have witnessed of late. That was still German. Damn it.
No, it was
Okay.
closer.
Okay.
Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here one day and you've already had a run-in with the cops. Wow, that one's heavy. Duke's blood's on my hands.
I'm not sure. Like, I'd argue that's not.
If I had dove for the flashlight, maybe I would have saved him. You know.
Yeah.
Duke's blood is on my hands. I may not have pulled the trigger, but if one can stop a death and doesn't, is that not still murder? No, it's negligent manslaughter, actually. It's a separate charge entirely.
That's fair.
I had this debate about, oh my god, what was it? There was something where this came up, where someone was being charged with murder. And I was like, no, that's not murder, that's negligent manslaughter. Oh, I think it was in Dungeons and Daddies when they're trying to argue that one of the player characters committed murder. And it's like, well, no, he didn't commit murder just because he didn't save somebody's life. Like,
Yeah.
at best, he committed negligent manslaughter.
Yeah, that's not how murder works.
Yeah, because I was like, because you have to prove criminal intent. Anyway.
But, you know, most people with survivor's guilt
Yeah.
have trouble with that.
Tabitha accurately points out, I think that's just called negligence.
Oh, ha!
But no need to wax philosophical about it. The cops said there wasn't even a body out there.
Well,
Some
that
old
they
farmer
found.
went missing and you and Stella worked yourselves up into hysterics. She has that effect on people. What's up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Did the cops say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Johnny. And before you ask, no, don't worry. I told them you're an upstanding citizen. Thank you for having my back. Sure, what else is family for?
That's true, face.
I'm sorry. Good. I've got to get back to work. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset.
I'm gonna be right back, but you can keep going until
Okay.
there's an animal.
I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps toward the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you're the only human in the estate. I mean, what is the word for the person that Britney Spears had? Not some word like custodian or caretaker, but not either one of those. Conservator. Yes, thank you, Artemisia. That's the word. Yes. So clearly I have a conservator now, because I can't be trusted on my own. Danger to myself and others and some such. Oh, it's A/B test. I'll do my version, and then Hanapengu will do her version of Frou Frou. It seems you made a bit of a bad first impressions, no? Let me try that again. Take 2. It seems you make an habit of bad first impressions, no? There we go. My wife was listening to I think a TikTok where it was translation software saying like 10 different words that all sound the same in French, even though they're spelled differently and have different meanings. They're all pronounced the same.
And return.
Hello. We are on a frou-frou line.
It seems like you will make a habit of bad first impressions, non?
There we go. The cat chuckles mockingly. A text from Stella. Hey Johnny, thanks for checking in. Hope you're alright, all things considered. I'm doing okay. Not great, but hanging in there. Most of the night on cryptid forums, but no good answers yet. I'm at the library if you want to join. I have scones. In the library? I don't know if that's allowed.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, you'll see.
Ghost her. No, thank you. And miss out on scones? And that's that. Time to start your day.
You don't have to go through the whole mini game if you want to make yourself a PB&J again, by the way.
Well, I'm about to get scones, so... but I feel like investigating the garden is going
Those
to...
are later, and PB&J is now. That's actually what it says if you do that.
I'm sure. But that's too many carbs. Investigate the garden. Does that cause other doors to close if I do that now?
Wait, what?
There was a warning right before the first option to investigate the garden that's like, sometimes exploring certain options will preclude other options from appearing later.
I don't know of anything that this one would preclude.
Okay, I'll check it out. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window.
Oh, I think they meant the explore options in text.
Oh, okay.
Like the things that say explore, sometimes there's like 2 or 3 that you can only pick one of.
Yeah. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now.
Investigate.
You wander further into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. The garden is peaceful but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery. Unreachable from years of neglect, its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And, most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates, at the very peak of the mountain, sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the Scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Let's look around for clues. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. A boot print. A big boot print. And what looks like some kind of viscera. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. Keep it to yourself for now. You keep it to yourself for now. No need to cause any worry just yet. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Head to town. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. Continue down the path. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Big mundane vibes from this view right here.
That's fair.
Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Look who I found at the library. She said she was up all night thinking about the video, adding you to a group text. And you can see the scones prominently. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only here because it's quieter than the store, or was, lol, and I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones. I do need those scones. Dang, I need those scones. Be right there. Almost back to town. Continue down the path. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you, and no scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey, Johnny. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and, well... You're the biggest thing to come to town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. Hang on, I think I need to close the door. One moment, please.
Okay. Changing up my angle again. We'll see if I got tired of straining my neck to look the other direction, so...
You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. Ah, the truth. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. What happened last night was traumatizing. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet. Okay, I get it. Sounds like you've been shaken up pretty bad. I'll tell you what. I'm on break for the next half hour. Why don't you swing by the diner if you want to decompress? Winnie can fix you up some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. But no pressure. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Johnny. See you, Sybil. I'm sure you can hear that outside, right?
Yeah.
Yup.
Not like quite full audible, but
No, but you can hear my wife talking to the cat. Yep.
animatedly, yes.
Take care now, Avery. I got the achievement. All right, then, keep your secrets. It's a little picture of Frodo. It's very good. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. Has wandered in. There he is. There's Merlin. The blink and you'll miss it cameo. Alright. You'll never know how You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Okay. So many of these all seem like one big line of questioning. But I'll go with the most relevant. What else do you know about ditchlings? Wait, do you know anything else about these ditchlings? I know you said you didn't know much beyond the stories, but... I'm afraid that's still true, but I'm sure that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe and God bless. God, that's so weird to read in the Bane voice.
I love it.
You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. I'll stop by the diner, sure. The diner's a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with a tantalizing smell of breakfast. Warn patrons of the danger. That doesn't seem like a smart thing to do right now. Let's talk to Avery. Oh, coffee date achievement. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this.
Oh, one thing, I do have an opinion on her voice, actually, which is that at some point she references the wrath of a southern woman, so she definitely should have a southern accent.
Got it, okay.
It's okay if they don't have matching accents because Winnie lives around here and Avery's from a city.
That's fair. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time, but maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. Yeah, I think the last time I voiced her I did yet another different southern accent, so...
Yeah.
I was running out of King of the Hill characters to do in that diner before.
Yeah,
so.
no, we should talk after this and split some of the human characters up too.
So thanks for telling me about last night. If you really want to get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. That's the Ted Lasso move right there. But it tastes healthy. I'll take another sip. You take another sip. The flavor is strong and slightly unpleasant, but something that tastes this bad must be good for you. Wow, not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here, supposedly super healthy, and it makes for a challenging drink. Color me impressed. I tell Avery about last night. You spilled the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seems distant. Monsters in the woods. I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Now that I think about it, when the cops came in for their morning coffee, they mentioned something about going out to the woods to look for someone. It must have been Duke. They seem so disconnected from it. I figured it couldn't be very serious, but wow. Oh, the dig there. Small town cops not knowing how to do their job. Sounds about right. What if the cops are in on it is too on the nose? I'm going to say they seem weirdly suspicious of me. There we go. I don't get it. They saw Stella's footage. They saw what happened out there. But it feels like so far all they've done is hound me. Hey, I don't know if it'd help the anxiety, but even if they think you did something, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't bother going after you. Those cops come in here every day, and I feel like I know them pretty well by now. Let me tell you, they have no follow through.
Well,
I can't tell you the number of complaints they've just, like, dropped after a day or two. And I'll vouch for you if they try anything.
is that comforting? I don't know.
I was about to say, that might be a bigger piece in the puzzle, but... You should get out of here before things get worse and also take me with you. I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte, gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history that I'll never be a part of. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really part of the town. Could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in. Hey, you know, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that. So why did you leave Charlotte, if you don't mind my asking? Nah, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. You should get out of here before things get worse. If you have a car, drive away, and please take me with you. There's no way I could get Aunt Winnie to leave, and I'm not going anywhere without her. Not after everything she's done for me. Even if there are monsters in the hills. I'd rather face whatever's coming head on than start someplace new without my family. Ah, man, looks like my shift is starting. Hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe the Chaga's had a chance to start working its magic. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what's going on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner ready to continue your day. Alright, and we are just about at... Well, I'll do the general store, then we'll... Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's probably a good transition point.
This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Hi, I'm Johnny. I just got to town yesterday. Yeah, I know, Mom told me.
Oh, I was thinking of suggesting that I do like all the kid voices except for Zane.
Oh, if you want to do this one, go right ahead.
Sure.
What's your name?
Miles.
So if I wanted to buy some chips or something here, do I talk to you or? Yeah, Miles size. There we go.
I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips. I don't care.
But wouldn't that make Kanika mad?
Well, she shouldn't have left me in charge while she's off doing whatever. If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. She inherited the store, and I don't want to keep getting suckered into working here just because I'm her brother. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference.
I'm not gonna steal.
Have it your way.
What you doing on your phone?
Games. You probably haven't heard of them.
See you, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store.
Because yeah, I'm reasonably happy with my voices for all of the kid characters, or for all of the...
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I contemplated trying to do a more Californian accent for him because it seemed like it would have fit, but I like your apathetic to the point of almost sounding like Butthead kind of voice.
Yeah, my opinion on Miles is he's just like, fuck it, I don't care, I'm a moody teen.
Actually, okay, so I don't know if you ever watched King of the Hill.
No.
Okay, because there's a character on that who's on Bobby's baseball team that you sound a little bit like, but
fair.
So anyway, head to the library. You know what? I'm gonna save it here. And
Yeah.
Go to
Here's
the library next
a
time.
great place to break.
Dude.
Also, the only voice for the kids, the teens, I really just cannot with is Zane. I have this perfect stoner voice in my head for it, but I just can't get it to come out of my mouth, and I don't know why.
Fair.
So Zane is you.
Okay.
But I can take all the other
We'll
kids.
handle that later. All right. So what's the command to hide the dialogue?
Oh, H.
H. Thank you. Okay. So what ended on that? Here we go. So leaving on that screen. Thank you very much, Hanapengu.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me and having me on stream and letting me do all the cute animal voices.
It's a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to do that, and that'll be good.
Yeah.
So should be back next week, hopefully, I think. Wait. Possibly not. I'll get back to you. Depends on if I am celebrating Snowflake Day or not. So
That's
we'll get
fair.
there. But,
I am available next week, but might not be available the week after.
Okay, so we'll figure it out then. But anyway, thank you, Artemisia. Thank you to Paolo Vulcan. Thank you to everybody who is watching and lurking. Thank you to anybody who's watching the VOD later. It's been a lot of fun, and I really enjoy doing this, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. So
Yeah, same.
have a good night, everybody.